Hi everyone, so now I'm going to be going over the 7.3 guided practice, which is on page 4 of your note packet. Okay, so it says two similar polygons are shown. So the first thing I want to know is number one, that the angles are congruent and that the sides are in proportion. And I always look for correspondence. Well, one thing that was really nice here is you might notice that it says D and it has this little mark here. That means prime in math. So this would be A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime, which means that they correspond to the corresponding letter in the other figure. So I know that polygon A, B, C, D is similar to polygon A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. Okay, so first it asks us to find the scale factors of the polygon. I always tend to work left to right, so I'm going to go from the small to the big one. So I'm going to find a side, a corresponding side that I have a value in both figures. So I can see that I have DC and I have D prime, C prime. Those correspond. I have a value for both, so that's my scale factor. So K is 20 over 30, or simplified 2 over 3. Okay, then it says find the values of X, Y, and Z. Okay, so I'm going to use the scale factor to write a proportion. Okay, so 2 to 3 would be equal to X over 21. So 2 over 3 equals X over 21. Now you could clear fractions, or you could see that there's equal ratios here. So you can see that 3 times 7 gives me 21. So 2 times 7 would give me 14. I really like doing that if the numbers work out for me. So then X would be equal to 14. I'm going to actually label it on my diagram right here. All right, working with Y now. So Y, I'm going to do again a proportion. 2 over 3 equals, in this case though, the 8 comes from the smaller number, so it's got to be in the top. So 8 over Y. Again, I see equal ratios multiplying by 4. So Y would be 12. And then the last one, so again, we're looking for Z. So 2 over 3 equals 10 over Z. And in this case, I still can use equal ratios. 2 times 5 gives me 10, so 3 times 5 would give me 15. Okay, so Z is 15 and Y is 12, and I'm going to mark them on my list. It then asks you to find the perimeters of the two quadrilaterals. So I'm going to find the perimeter of A, B, C, D by adding up all the sides. Remember, perimeter means all the sides added up. So that would be 10 plus 20 plus 8 plus 14, which gives me a perimeter of 52 units. All right, then I'm going to do the perimeter of A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. You can see that I'm being really neat about identifying which one's which. Okay, so that means I'm going to add 15, 30, 12, and 21. That gives me a perimeter of 78. All right, in the next question, it actually asks you to find the ratio of those perimeters. Okay, ratio just means our comparison. So I'm going to write that as 52 over 78. There's my ratio. But we should simplify, okay? And so if we simplify this actually works out to be, oh my goodness, 2 to 3. So it says fill in the chart with the information, and what do you notice? Well, I've noticed that the scale factor was 2 to 3, and the ratio of the perimeters was also 2 to 3. I want you to think about that. I want you to think about why that might be true. Didn't we use the scale factor to find each side length? So wouldn't it make sense that the scale factor would have to be the ratio of the perimeters? And that is actually very true. What do we notice? They are the same. All right, now I want you to use this guided practice to complete the problem on page 5 and bring it to class tomorrow. We'll see if you really understand scale factor and ratios. Have a great day.